Lord, we are actually in the chicken run. Yes. I can't keep up. So we are here with all of these 7 hens, call it, whatever it is that we're calling them at this point. They have not started laying. They are only 14 weeks, almost 15 weeks old at this point. And I wanted to give you guys an update. They are having, I guess, their lunch treats at this point, and they are at this point eating a lot of things. I have introduced a different variety of stuff to them slowly and gradually, and once I know that they like it, they are keen to it, then I start giving it to them more and more. Today what I have introduced to them is figs. Now obviously before I introduce it to them, I make sure that it is safe for them, and once I looked up figs, they were like, yes, they love figs. So I gave them a few, and so far so good. They are hungry. They are eating a lot. So this is what we are doing. I have a different bowl for them than what I usually do. Their normal, like, granulated feed, because I don't want to mix their feed, well, their dry feed, with this considered wet feed, even though sometimes I do. But once I do that, obviously whatever's left over, if they leave any leftover, then obviously that I have to toss. But at this point they are literally leaving nothing, especially if it's a wet feed. They literally devour everything. I'm gonna see if I can get a closer shot here if they let me. I mean, sometimes they are bothered with me. I mean, obviously if they're starving, but at this point, if they are eating, it doesn't seem to faze them that I am actually here with them. They get in the bowl with it, which is why sometimes I like to put, like, you know, this stone that I have here. If I have a bigger bowl, I like to put the stone in the middle so it prevents that, so that not one chicken is hovering over the food and preventing these kicks, you know, so that the food doesn't get on the outside, so we can try to prevent rodents, which I'll get into a little bit, you know, further in. But right now they are big and in charge. I'm gonna try to go around the house to see if I remember who's who. But here, right here, the one that's running away is the only I like to call her black, but I think she's our blue Caco Moran. That is Jerry. Over here I only have 2 Easter eggers. This one is Eleanor. Over here is my other Easter egger, that's Jeanette. Over here, the one that's literally taking over the bowl, that is Brittany. That's the one that I say that she looks like a hawk. I mean, her colors are beautiful. And then we have the 3 white ones here, which are my white leghorn, my California white, and the other one, oh my god, I am blacking out. I think she's a red, I forgot what she is. I am literally blanking out. But we have Chicken Little, Gina, and Freckles, as she literally left the shop. But those are all the 7 girls, and they are big. I think is a Freckles. She's the one that literally has her wattle and her comb and is starting to get nice and red. The others are pretty much coming into queue as well, but I know that ones will start laying quicker than the others, especially like the white leghorn, since I think she's like the commercial, you know, hen that lays all those, white eggs and so forth. At least that's what my research has said, but we will see. My heart has set in that I probably won't get anything maybe till next year, since we are currently settling into fall and we are losing light by the minute as the days go by, since we are here in Bronx, New York, and we do get all of the 4 seasons. It is windy out here in the backyard, as you can see in the chicken feathers, and as you can hear the tarp here in the chicken run, it is flapping. But it is beautiful to do videos out here because it is nice and cool. So here in the floor we still have just pine shaving. I do have 2 bulk loads of fresh flakes inside, but I see that they kind of like this more. I actually refreshed this earlier this week, but since I was cleaning their water reservoir, you can see that there's water actually that does seep in. Sometimes I don't mind that because it is fresh today, but sometimes with the sun, as you can see, it's creeping inside. Sometimes it's nice that the floor does get wet a little bit for them. We do have a bird bath here. We didn't buy that actually for them. This was here before they actually came here, and my husband actually put it in here for them. We do see that sometimes they get on top of the edge and drink water out of it. It's just another place for standing water. If they want to get their feet wet, they can. If they don't, then it just pretty much sits there. Sometimes it dries out. Sometimes I just come in here and just dump it out. But anything to keep them cool, it helps out, especially on hot days and all that good stuff. But right now they're just enjoying their feed. So we're just gonna come and move on around over here. This here I have to come in and clean it out maybe this weekend. Today is Friday as I'm filming this. Probably not gonna upload it today, but I'm gonna just come in and scrub this down with probably a dry brush, and then clean it with just some good old water, because I don't want to add any chemicals into their living space. Everything else is still remaining the same. They have the swing here. They can fly pretty high. Sometimes when I let them out, they do fly over the coop, but they do stay there and I'm able to catch them. But I haven't seen them actually use the swing. Coming over here, they still have the same water reservoir. I'm showing it to you guys because there is a change in it. This water reservoir from Over Easy did come with some nipples or nips or whatever it is that you want to call it attached to it. My girls, I'm not saying that they're not intelligent. I think these are bright birds, but I think that they did understand the concept of it, but I think they were getting desperate because they weren't getting, I guess, enough water when they wanted it, like on demand. So what I did was I went back to good old Amazon where everybody goes, and I was able to get these cups. I'm going to come in a little closer, sorry for the sun. And I was able to get these cups, which were amazing. They fit right into the hole where the little nips came off. I was able to pull those off and plug these right into the same hole. And these are little cups, and what happens is they like cool down, so the chickens, when they drink from it, it knows that they have drunk from the water, and it automatically just fills right back up, and they have water on demand. And it's 3 of them, and it's just beautiful. Since I have 7 chickens, it just works out. So I was able to clean this out for them today and just fill it out with fresh water. It's just regular water, no electrolytes. Currently it's not really that hot now. The temperatures are dipping, so when I come out in the morning and I clean out the cups, because that's also the daily thing that I do, it's double cupped, so the inside cup does come out and you can go ahead and clean it and reinsert it and all that good stuff. So the water is nice and cold, so it's nice and drinkable for them. So I haven't been adding electrolytes because I don't think they really need it at this point. Moving over here, we do have a stick here because we need the stick sometimes to aid them inside to their coop. The coop is over there. We have the door closed currently. Sometimes on hot days we leave it open so it can air out, but currently the door is closed. Over here is where we have the door. The door is doubled. We went ahead and changed it because the other door was not, I guess, functioning for us. So this door, it just swivels right here. I pull it. It's a little dirty. I have to clean things in here, and then there's another double door out there, and I just open that door. We open the door to the coop, and then it's just, you know, literally like an assembly line for them to go inside. And we literally put them away depending on sunset, because like I said, nothing here is really automated, so they are, I guess, very hands-on. And you know, I'm pretty much hands-on with them. They're almost done with their food. I'm very hands-on with them, which I think is a good thing. But very hands-on with them, but you know, they're still very flighty once it comes to touch. They really don't like touch. I kind of try sometimes to grab them individually, and once I grab them, you know, they're like, okay, for a couple of seconds you can touch me, and then they get a little uncomfortable, and then they want me to release them. But you know, like I said, you know, they're okay with me being here in the coop. Sometimes I'll sit like on this cylinder block that we have here, and you know, me and my husband will sit here. The nanny cam that's usually supposed to be on top, it actually kind of broke. The rubber band that my husband has broke, and we have to reattach it. We also have one over there as well, so we can watch them while they're here, and we're upstairs, you know, on activities of daily living. Make sure that they have food, make sure that they have water, and if they don't, we have to come down and tend to them. So you know, they're okay with us sitting in here with them and all that good stuff. They'll peck at us and all that good stuff. You know, if they're agitated, then, you know, we know that we have to leave. And here we go. It's always Brittany. But it is what it is. They're all very submissive once it comes to attitude. I don't have very aggressive ones besides Brittany. Jerry can get a little out of line sometimes. There's a white one. I don't know which one it is. I want to say it's Freckles, but sometimes it goes between Freckles and Chicken Little. That sometimes will like show a little bit of aggression, kind of like pecking you. But I think they do it mainly sometimes when they're hungry and I don't get down here on time. Once they're well fed, I think they'll like leave me alone. But other than that, I'm still very much enjoying them, and I'm just loving what I'm doing. As you saw in the kind of almost 360 visual without me kind of like making you guys dizzy, the cinder block here used to hold the Rent a Coop feeder. We removed that. We removed it because of the rodents. Now, as much as we try to rodent proof, if you will, this chicken run and try to leave the feed with them 24/7, that was really impossible for us to do. We were having the rats, not mice, the rats get in here. They were scratching, they were making holes, and I can pretty much show you, you know, one of them that was pretty much here where I removed the rock. They were making holes and getting in through there and through everywhere that they can pretty much get to, and they were pretty much getting into their feed, and that was the most grossest thing to watch, and it was giving me anxiety and panic attack to watch that at night, and I was feeling helpless. Now they were not getting to my babies because my babies were in their coop, but to know that I had to waste that money and get rid of that feed and start over because of rodents, was downright disgusting. So we just had to start over, remove the rent coop, a feeder, and that thing was not cheap. It was almost $140. Now, nothing to them. It's a marvelous contraption. It's a marvelous feeder, and I still have it. I did not return it because one day I may either want to get back to that, or if I go on vacation, it's something that I will use with my neighbor helping me. But on a day-to-day basis is not something that I'm willing to use because of that, unless someone out there, one of you guys, know of a different way that I can use it, or if they have like shut-off valves that you can put or install at night so you can keep the rodents out. But other than that, I am sadly to say that feeder did not work for me. So at this point, I am tending to my 7 girls literally every day. But it's okay because I'm at home currently, so it's not a problem. But the one thing that did work for me from Rent-A-Coop are the cups that I installed on the Over Easy waterer. So things that work for you and things that don't, but doesn't mean that it's at the fault of the gadget. It's just that unfortunately here in New York City, the rodent problem is a little bit on the ridiculous side. So as I spoke, some of my girls got nice and full, and now they're just resting. Look at that, she's living her best life. It's the cutest thing. It's nice to know when your animals get nice and full and they can just walk away and rest. And now they're like, why are you here? They're so cute. And so what's gonna hold for the future for them is obviously when will be egg production is still a question. Is it gonna happen for some of the girls this year or not? Is it gonna be something for next year? It's okay, I'm not rushing them. Artificial lighting is not something that we're planning to do. We want them to cycle naturally, the way the good Lord put them here on this earth to do. And we just want to keep them healthy, and that's what we are planning to do. Food wise, we are still doing the chick feed, because my research told me that the egg layer or layer feed is not supposed to be given to them until they're 18 weeks. So they're going to be 15 weeks if I'm not mistaken. Next week, I have it marked on my calendar that they don't turn 18 weeks until October. So slowly but gradually, what I was told by many videos that I've watched is to mix both feeds in between so they can get used to it. So that's what I will be doing hopefully in the next 2 weeks, so they can get used to the other feed and then just gradually switch them over. Hi Brittany. So I can switch them over to the layer feed. And I also have been feeding them grub terra, black larva, what are they, flies, worms? I don't know, I would have to look. I'll provide a picture so you guys can see which ones it is that I'm using. I did hear from them, from the lady over at Okabo, and she swears by those treats, and my girls love them, and I wanted to get something that was also high in calcium. Hi Jerry. And I reached out to Grub Terra, and they told me that I can feed it to them. I think as early as 3 weeks. I would have to check my notes, and I can update in the description below just to double check, make sure I'm not giving you guys false information. And I've been feeding it to them. They sometimes eat it out of my hands, but sometimes I get a little scared because their pecs hurt. So I usually just scatter it around on the floor, and they just enjoy just scavenging for them, and it's just amazing and fun to watch them do that. But you know, they are happy, they're healthy, and that's what we are doing for them. Once it comes to dust baths, you know, here it stays pretty dry sometimes unless I'm wetting it. We just came out of some wet weather. We had like rain for like 2 or 3 days, thank the Lord, because we were on a drought. We and everybody in the rest of the world. And you know, the ground is really still wet, and also I just wet it. So they take dust baths in here when they can. And in the winter, I will be providing a bucket with a dust bath concoction that I brought in Amazon. So yeah, we're just pretty much getting ready for the fall and the winter. I will be prepping this area up for them for that. But you know, once all of that happens, I will bring you guys along happily. But other than that, these girls are happy and healthy. I just wanted to give you guys an update because I know I've kept you guys out of the loop for a while on these girls. I think the last update I gave you guys was when they were 7 weeks old, so it's been 7 weeks. Oh wow. But yeah, guys, these are the girls. These are the Rosa girls, all 7 of them. Look at them. Oh, Brittany, I can't get enough of her. I love them all dearly, but don't tell Brittany. I think I love her a little bit more. Look at her, she's gorgeous. I mean, tell me that out of your whole flock, you guys don't think you have the perfect specimen. I wish you can all tell me in the description below, or send me pictures of which one of all of your girls y'all think is the perfect specimen. Because I'm telling you right now, I think they all are, but Brittany is mine. Just take her in. I wish she would stop scratching so I can get like a perfect still shot of her. She's just gorgeous. Anywho, guys, with her in still shot or in movement shot, this is what I have for you guys. This is an update on the Rosa flock. And as always, guys, as I tell you guys always, please like, comment, and subscribe so that YouTube knows that we are creating amazing and likable content. And as always, guys, we love you, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bye from all of us.